While continued load shedding is creating havoc for motorists across the country, there's traffic chaos as roads go dark and traffic lights are not functioning. eNCA wants to check whether it really is worth the drive. We're pitting two of our reporters against each other to see if it's quicker to run or to drive to your destination. The load shedding race began here at our Hyde Park offices and it's headed to Randburg. eNCA Tolmay is taking the drive, and Michael Marilia braved the rain and is running in the rain. eNCA Tolmay joins me now. And eNCA, have you seen Michael? I mean, we're struggling to really get a hold of him. I imagine that that's because he's so far ahead of you that, you know, we can't even reach him where he is now.
Yes, I have to say, I think I saw him last just 100 meters down from the office's gates. That's the last time we actually waved at me, and then I saw the back of him and I haven't seen him since. Literally since we've spoken last, I was just talking to my cameraman Mashudu, trying to figure out how far we think we've actually moved, and it's definitely not even 500 meters. We're still on Jan Smuts. I put on my my Google Maps, and it's about every minute the time that we're supposed to reach our destination just keeps on moving forward. At the moment it says it's going to take us 20 minutes to drive 4 kilometers, but that was the case when we left the office, and that's now about 40 minutes later. We still haven't moved much. I don't know if Mashudu can just pan. Just by the way, we're moving so slow that Mashudu can actually be outside the car, and then he's filming and just walking with us as we move, because we're basically not moving. So that just kind of gives you an idea that we are, if I'm sure, and Michael runs as fast as he claims to run, then he's pretty far ahead of us.
eNCA, I mean, I knew that it would be bad for you, but even I didn't imagine that it would be this bad. Looking at the sort of landmarks, the various buildings that are showing in the visuals that we are showing there, it really does show that you haven't moved much. What are the factors at play? Is it simply the issue of traffic lights not working?
Yes, unfortunately we're also on the way where it is quite usually busy during this time, during peak time traffic, because if you look just on the other side where it is actually clear and traffic seems to be moving even though the lights are not working. So it is because we are moving in the direction where traffic usually moves, but it is never this bad, and it's even now stopped raining, so it's not even that you can blame anymore, but not one traffic light is working. There's obviously people who are getting frustrated and trying to get in front of each other, specifically when it comes to the traffic lights that are not working, and we're supposed to basically treat it like a stop street, but unfortunately by this time everyone just wants to get home. You can really see people are frustrated, and like even you said, we thought it was going to be bad, but I'm really surprised because when we left the office it said that the first point where we're supposed to meet one of our colleagues, it said that we would reach them in about 20 minutes, and now it still says 20 minutes, so I don't think I can even trust Google Maps at the moment, because not even them, they can even not keep up with the pressure that load shedding is currently putting on traffic here in Johannesburg.
So just confirm for us, your destination is still Fourways and not Randburg, is it?
Well, we're going to do a kind of a loop. So we're going to go down Jan Smuts, and then we're going to take a right on Republic Road, and then a right again on William Nicol. It almost makes a little teardrop, and then we're going to go back to the office. Earlier, Michael said that he thinks he will even be able to overlap us. So if he's really that fast, he might even catch up with us. But I think when we do take a right on Republic and maybe then another right on William Nicol, then we'll be moving against traffic, and then hopefully I can make up some time and maybe catch up with Michael at this stage.
And eNCA, I mean, in cities like Johannesburg, you have officials who are responsible for public safety. When traffic lights are not working, it's a public safety issue. I know it's raining and it's a bit difficult, that complicates matters, but are you seeing any sign that there's anyone coming to sort of help ease the flow of traffic in the city of Johannesburg?
Well, if I'm completely honest, I haven't seen any officials at the traffic points, even though, on the other hand, I haven't moved very far since I left the office, so I kind of have a limited view of if there are officials on duty at any point. But so far, people are just relying on each other and trying to kind of make their own way through traffic. It seems like there's no officials at this stage, but I have to say, there's so many traffic lights out. I don't know where they will be stationed, and you even have enough people to actually keep up with us. But this is, again, we're moving now, and once again, Mashudu can walk next to the car with me with the camera, and that just once again gives you an idea of how frustrated the people are next to us in the traffic.
Shame, poor Yanka. The excitement in your voice at the moment at which you moved just a little bit, and it was a few inches really. We'll check in with you a bit later on. Yanka Tolmei, she's driving. She's on Jan Smuts. She's not moved much in the midst of stage 3 of load shedding. Let's check in now with someone who's running. That is Michael Marilia. Michael, how far are you?
Tulis, where I'm now on the corner of Jan Smuts Avenue and Republic, quite well-known roads here in Johannesburg. I got to tell you, it's been a fantastic little jog that I've had. I've really enjoyed it. Not only did I get a good workout, but I also got a bit of a shower thanks to all of this rain. And if you look behind me, Tulis, you'll see that the traffic is starting to build up. Not too bad by Johannesburg standards, but all of the robots that I have passed through have been off. It's not clear whether that's because of the load shedding or because of the rain. Maybe it's a combination of both. But certainly it's not a good time to be a driver on Johannesburg's roads. Yanka, sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, I mean, let me tell you, Michael, where Yanka Tolmei is. I don't know if you could hear our conversation, but she's actually moved just, you know, a mere few meters from the office here in Hyde Park. I mean, she's still in the area of Craig Hall and very, very far from that intersection with Republic Road. So what is the traffic flow after you pass? I'm not sure about I think it's Conrad Drive, which tends to be really problematic on Jan Smuts. What is the traffic flow after that? Is it any better?
Tulis, it's starting to flow a little bit better, but I've got to tell you, for someone on foot, I mean, the biggest problem that you're encountering is a few puddles on the side of the road. I really do have some sympathy for people trying to brave rush hour traffic here in Johannesburg at the moment. As you see those cars go past behind me, it's not so much the wet weather that's really difficult, but having to stop at every single robot. And you know, South African drivers are not very good when it comes to four-way stops. They can never really decide who has to go first, who has to go second. It's kind of a game of cat and mouse, and you worry that there could be a few accidents at some of these intersections. Luckily for me and my crew, we're able to use the sidewalks. So that's a bit of a relief from our side, Tulis.
All right, Michael, we'll catch up with you a bit later on. Why are we doing this? This is the reality of stage 3 load shedding. Take this and replicate it across the country in many of the cities and towns that are experiencing load shedding at the moment, and you get the picture of what we are dealing with here. Michael Marilia on foot, making his way to Fourways here in Johannesburg. Time now for some business news.